Yo, what is going on, guys? We're back today for another video. Before we get into anything, I just want to give a quick announcement that I do have my very own creator code now, all thanks to you guys. So if you're ever on the web store and you're making a purchase and you want to go ahead and support me, your boy Legacy, all you got to do is type in LAG, all lowercase, redeem, and bada bing, bada boom, there you go. That's going to wrap it up for this quick little announcement. Let's get to the video. Alright guys, getting straight into the video. We're going to be starting off with Jacko'Lantern versus Jean Grey mini boss here. So this was one of the last wars where I actually had an actual assignment, you know, after the war season got like kind of written off. From then I've just been doing my own thing, which means I'm bringing Spot. Get ready for some sick Spot action. But yeah, against Jean Grey here, we're going to be using Jack, who I don't think I've ever actually fought Jean with Jack. It's a bit of a tongue twister, but I know Jack's supposed to be like one of the best counters. However, for these nodes, it's not really going to be the best because we have to knock her down first of all, and then there's right back at it. So every time I knock her down, heavy or special, she goes debuff immune for 8 seconds. So that means we're not really going to get our full debuff damage over time duration. Which is going to be a little bit annoying, but like Jack is just going to be, you know, still a good counter, and we're still going to be hitting pretty hard on our numbers in red and everything. So, boom, we're going to go ahead and knock her down immediately. Go for some reparries, just trying to get an opening here, land an intercept, alright. And now we're just focusing on taking that shield down. So, boom, there we go, shield is down. And here I'm just ripping a special one. It's going to knock her down again with the node. Figured, you know, why not? Again, like I don't play Jack much, and this is not really a matchup I've ever done, so I'm just kind of freestyling, just kind of doing my own thing. You can see the numbers in red, though, are huge, man. Those numbers in red are massive. So while we're not really going to be able to get our full normal damage over time effects going, those numbers in red are still cooking pretty hard, so you know, it's all good. So right here, the protection just came back, so we need to knock her down again. So boom, there we go. And now I kind of want to wait this out, ideally, so that I can actually apply some of my debuffs here. So boom, alright, the debuff immunity is gone. We pop this, and you see we get like a 1.5 seconds of damage over time debuff duration. So, you know, it's something. It's something. But it's all good. We're still just banking on those big red numbers. They're doing like 15,000 in red every time. So, you know, those are adding up over the course of the fight. And those crits take her shield down pretty quick. I am rocking the Prowler Relic with Jack now. The new Prowler Relic, I'm pretty sure it's a really good one for him because it can increase his critical damage rating, which I believe is increasing those red numbers. So here, boom, we drop a special 2. And we get off, again, a little bit of damage over time. Not too much though, but then one more combo and Jean goes down. So that fight actually went a lot better than I was anticipating. And faster. I thought it was gonna take like 2 or 3 minutes, but no, still under 2 minutes, even punching up with Jack. So you know, I was really happy with that fight. And then my very first time ever using Solvarch in Alliance War. So we have a rank 4 Onslaught here. There is Bleed and Cold Snap Hazard Shift. Now, you know, I'm definitely not a Solvarch expert by any means, bro, by any means. There will be a little bit more Solvarch gameplay later on, I think actually in the next clip. So I really was not sure, like, how to approach this fight. There's Conflictor here, which is going to be a little bit annoying. You know, Solvarch is not immune to Cold Snap, so at the start of this fight, I was just kind of chilling, trying not to hit him too much. There, I get 1 debuff on me, though, just to kind of ramp. And with 1 debuff, it's really not doing that much damage. I'm still at 100%, so I was like, okay, it's not bad. But yeah, Conflictor here is pretty annoying. So right there, I purposefully take that on the hit, on the block, just so that I can heal from willpower. You know, that's one of my favorite things about Solvarch, is that he's not a robot. So he's able to heal from willpower. I really like that. So boom, we're in the bleed phase, trying to bait this special out, and yeah, he's just not throwing it. So I was like, well, alright, whatever, you know, let me just keep trying. I don't even want to try to dex this, you know, inverted controls. I just kind of wait till the end. Then I felt safe enough to dex, and now we can start spamming some special ones. So we got tons of Cold Snap on us right now. We're going to be spamming special ones, power draining him, However, when I do apply that stun debuff, that is going to trigger the Conflictor, so we do need to be careful about that. But, you know, having the power control is nice, but the stun just is not going to be applying, so that just is something to keep in mind. But here we're up to 10 Energize, which is good. Still power controlling him. And, like, at this point in the fight, like, I really wasn't sure what I should do. I wasn't sure. And I was like, you know what, let me just back up. Let me just bait the special out. I'm just going to block it. Like, dude, Solvarch is so tanky. Like, we're at 92% health right now. I've taken so many blocked hits. I'm just feeling really good. So now I decide I'm going to go back to spamming special ones. You know, I think I definitely should have looped to a special 3 and dropped that. I'm going to show that rotation off in the next fight. But it's all good. Like, I just felt so in control here, and then I decided to go for a special 2 that did a nice amount of damage. Wasn't quite enough to kill, but it cooked pretty hard. And then one more combo, and he's dead. Like, dude, I feel like I was just mashing that entire fight. Like, I feel like I didn't really know what I was doing, but it didn't matter. It just didn't matter, because Solvarch is that good of a counter to Onslaught. Like, what a freaking beast, dude. Really happy with that. 2 minutes. It's great. Alright, so now moving into wars where there's no assignments. It's just me picking my team. So my team I picked for this war was Dark Phoenix, Spot, and Solvarch. So, brought in Solvarch for specifically this fight, this Domino here on path number 5. So, I like Solvarch for Domino. You know, he's not the best counter, but he can apply Cold Snap, which makes it so that Domino cannot evade, which is one of the things I like most about him against Domino, actually. He is susceptible to critical failure, but critical failure damage is energy-based, so that does help to ramp Solvarch, and he can heal from it as well, so that is nice. So here I need to get off another BDM. There we go. Get that cold snap up. Boom. Now she can't evade. And here we're just building up our power. Alright, now we can start spamming some specials. And we want to be tapping that block with the specials as well. So boom. Tap, 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 tap. We got up to 10 armors here. But then right there she evaded me because I didn't have my cold snap up. So right there I immediately made sure to get a fresh cold snap. There we go. And then here, dude, I'm not entirely sure what happened right here. Let's watch this back. What happened here? She just gained so much power. And I didn't have an invulnerability boost or anything. So I was like, oh my god. But again, Solvarch is such a tank, bro. That was nothing. That was nothing. And then watch this. We drop our special 3 now. We're in the correct mode. We had like 86 charges or something. Watch the damage on this, bro. She is cooked. Boom. Boom! Dude, look at all that damage. Look at all that damage. That's over that's like 360,000 damage on his special 3. Let's just watch that again. Let's just watch that again. So I was at, yeah, she hits me with her special 3, barrel stuff, did 18,000. We're at 92 charges or 88 charges in the orange mode. Drop this. Boom! Punch her. Unleash the core charges. Set out like a freaking EMP wave. And boom. 360,000 damage. Domino is dead. Just tanking a special 3 like it's nothing, bro. Like it's nothing. Like, I don't think I could have died in that fight if I tried. Like, it looked like I tried. I pushed her to special 3 without any type of invulnerability boost or special 3 protection. Whatever. Solvarch just tanked it, man. What a beast. What a freaking beast, dude. Man, that fight really sold me on Solvarch. I'm like, damn, I'm really glad I took this guy to rank 4. Like, he's great on defense, but man, he can cook on attack too. So here we're fighting a destroyer on path 5 here. So here you want to intercept him, and you know that's very difficult with most champs. But with Spot, you know, we can just go untouchable and then kind of get free intercepts. So that's how I got the first one there. Right now we're just building up. Building. Alright, here. So I need to get an intercept. So boom, I'm just fishing. I'm fishing for an intercept here. Boom, there, I got it. And then boom, we dropped the special 2. Unfortunately, it's not enough to kill him though. But it's all good. We did a good chunk. It's fine. We just need to build back up. Alright, boom, there we go. Hit him with a little heavy attack. And then here we're just going to run into this eat that in the untouchable. Unfortunately, he didn't dash while I was untouchable, so I couldn't get the free intercept. So we just need to build back up again. Lots of building up our portal block here, building up those spots. But it's all good. Slow and steady. Just got to be a little bit patient. All right, that was a ton of hits in the portal block. I just need an intercept here. Come on, give me an intercept. Boom, there we got it. And now I want to go for a special 1. The special 1, look at that. Look at that special 1 damage right there. That is insane. Let me try to pause. Boom. One hit of the special 1 just did 55,000 damage. And there's like 2, 3, 4, 5 more hits after that. So yeah, that's cool. You know, pretty fat special 1. He's dead. You know, not too shabby of a fight. Could have definitely been cleaner, but not too bad. So up next, I'm going to be taking on this Sasquatch mini-boss on the right side here. So he has Ebb and Flow knockdown, right back at it, and some aggression prowess. So I've never fought a Sasquatch here with Spot, but I was like thinking, what's the worst that can happen? You know, this is totally doable. And it's actually only a rank 3 Sasquatch. Still 673,000 health. Nothing to scoff at, but yeah, we are technically punching down here. So I didn't even bother to heal. 82% health should be enough. So start of the fight, he's building up some prowess. That's fine. I'm building up my spots. Alright, knock him down with a little heavy. You can see the second part of our heavy did 20,000 little burst damage there. Super nice. Then here I'm just going to throw my special 1 for 2 reasons. Well, mainly one reason. Mainly just to heal up a little bit with willpower. Because I wanted it to build spots, but since I knocked him down and he was debuff immune, I wasn't applying my ruptures on the special 1, so I wasn't building my charges. Just something to keep in mind when you're playing Spot, if you're ever faced with debuff immunity. So here he triggers Wrath, and here I'm just ripping a special 1. So this time, see, I didn't knock him down there on purpose, so that the special 1 would actually build up my charges. I could have knocked him down there, but then again, he would have been debuff immune, and then I wouldn't have been able to build up my charges as easily. So that was why I did that. So now, build back up, untouchable, everything's going great at this point. Alright, we're now at 50 of our charges. Throw another special 1, do a little bit more willpower healing. There's the knockdown. And now I just need to build all the way up to my special 2, knock him down first, and then throw that special 2. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to reparry when I'm not at max charges yet. Time this flawlessly. Boom, there we go. He's knocked down. Now I just need to take a couple hits on the portal block. If he will dash at me, there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4. 4 is much more than I can ask for, dude. And yeah, he's dead. Now let's watch this back real quick, and let me just explain something here. So, Sasquatch currently has 6... now about to be 7 stacks of his Wrath, or his Rage charges. Yeah, I think it's your Rage. So 7 of those. So you multiply 7 by 5, you get 35. That's 35% incoming damage reduction from all sources, barring special 3. So right now, all my damage is reduced by 35%. So keep that in mind. This special 2 is reduced by 35% overall. And it's still hitting for 121,000 per hit. 112, 80. Yeah, he's dead. Yeah, that was a fun fight. Even with all that damage reduction, bro, Spot does not care. Spot's to go, dude. Alright, there's 2 more available fights for me on this war map, and we have an Onslaught and then a Arnim Zola boss. So rank 4 Onslaught here on Stunning Reflect, Polka Dot Power, Brute Force. In one of my other war videos, I showed taking an Enchantress here with Spot, and I went into the fight with like 40% health, and Spot still soloed it. So Spot is an absolutely phenomenal option for this node, especially if there's Onslaught or Enchantress or something. Those are money matchups for the boy Spot. So I'm feeling really good about this. It's not like the freest matchup ever, but I have fought many Onslaughts in my day with Spot, you know, over the last 2 years, so, or like year and a half, so I'm quite familiar with the matchup. But you definitely need to be careful and be mindful of the Neuroshock, because if you're Neuroshocked, Onslaught can't miss. So if you have your Untouchable up, but there's a Neuroshock on you, you can't just go crazy. You know, you need to be careful. So here, is this where... Okay, I dropped the special one, and I did get a Neuroshock on me. So I have three Neuroshocks on me, so I need to be careful right now. I can't take any hits into my miss. It won't work right now. So, alright. Dash back, trying to bait here. Alright, boom, boom, bam. Okay, good. And I'm just going to hit him to reset the brute force timer. Now, I'm getting pretty close to my special 2, but I'm not there yet. And the only way for me to gain power here is for him to have a damage over time debuff because of the polka dot power. So I'm in a bit of a weird spot at this point. You know, I can't just get to my special 2 freely. And then right there, I got a Neuroshock on me. I wasn't paying attention, and I had a Neuroshock on me. So again, that's very easily... This matchup is so easy to screw up. You really got to be paying attention. I just assumed right there. I think it was on my heavy attack. Let's see right here. So I baited his heavy, and then I punished... Or no, I just went medium, and then just left myself wide open for an attack. And that's how easy it can happen. You know, you just stop paying attention for 1 second, and all of a sudden, you have a Neuroshock on you, and the next thing you know, you're getting smacked in the face. It can totally happen. So we just lost a bunch of health now going into this Arnim Zola boss fight, which is a little bit annoying. So I'm just going to throw on a combat regeneration boost. Alright, now we're going to pull up. And I'm going to heal up Spot a little bit. I definitely don't need full health, but a little bit of health will be... I think I'm going to go one more. No, is that it? Half health on a boss? Okay. Alright. 61%. A little bit more than half. Plus, we got the combat regen boost. So, you know, I fought a rank 4 Arnim Zola boss before with Spot. I made a video about it. I'm sure you guys have seen that, and it was awesome. You know, I killed him in one singular special 2, man. It was like an 800,000 special 2. Super satisfying. It was awesome. Here, we're gonna do this fight a little bit differently, and we're gonna be going for multiple special 2s here. So, boom. All right. So here, I got too much power. I don't know if I wanted to go for special 2 right away, but I'm at a special 2 now, so we don't really have a choice. So here, bait the heavy, and then boom, medium into the first special 2. So this was hitting for 130, 140, 144. Boom. So that right there was like a 600,000 special 2. You know, not bad. Certainly not bad, but not enough to kill him. So now we need to get back to our special 2 again and build back up. So just building right now, going for some free heavies, resetting his charges, and then the key is just portal blocking that special 1. Just free spots. And then boom, heavy, medium, he bait this, and then I just need to go medium again, quickly, and then rip another special 2, guaranteed 100,000 damage per hit. So a little bit of a different rotation there, went for 2 big special 2s, instead of one massive, huge, ginormous special 2 fully ramped. But hey, the result is still the same. A solo is a solo, and it was a pretty quick fight. So yeah, guys, that's some of my favorite war fights over the course of this season that I want to show you guys with Solvarch, primarily with Solvarch and Spot, and a little bit of a Jack guest appearance. I hope you guys enjoyed all those fights. Drop a like if so. Let me know in the comment section down below which one of those fights was your favorite. Thank you guys so much for watching. Big shout out, much love. Have a great, wonderful day. Peace.